Good morning, everyone. It's March 2022, and today I actually wanted to make a video about contractors dealing with a complaint against their license. Unfortunately, I had to deal with one myself, and I went out there, like, first time I got a complaint against my license in 9 years in business. So after getting a complaint, I start Googling and YouTubing and trying to see what's out there to see, like, how can I protect myself? What can I do? What are my options? And it is very sad to say that every video out there, every information, or I would say 99% of even blogs or anything that is out there, it only shows how to protect yourself against a contractor and never guide a contractor on what are their possibilities. And and I had to live the process myself, and I learned a lot of things. I'm grateful for it. I'm actually a strong believer that God puts us in hard situations so we learn something out of it to make better people, make us, stronger, or whatever you want to call it. So for this reason, I felt like it's actually important to make a video so all the contractors out there like myself find themselves in a situation like I did, they can take at least some type of advice. My number one advice is stay cool. There is no better thing to do than keep your emotions on check and be able to think of what are the facts, what happened, and how can you take, like, all the facts, all the events that happened, put them on paper and be able to present them to whoever is going to be, the board of director, license board, or whatever is going to be the person that actually processes the claim. Now, coming back to the complaint against your contractor's license. The number one thing or mistake that I did, and I try to, tell people, and my hope is to convey, is to tell you to not hire an attorney to represent you on your complaint against your license. The reason is very simple. Number one, you're going to spend so much money on hiring an attorney, which I did, spent quite a few $1,000s on trying to educate an attorney about how the events happen. And at the end of the day, you can never, even if you are perfect at conveying, communicating, or explaining yourself to somebody else, there's also the factor of that other person, in this case the attorney, being able to comprehend, remember, take down the notes, and reconvey that back to the contractor's license board. So for this reason, my recommendation is do not get an attorney for your complaint on your license. Just deal with it yourself. Simplest, best thing to do, and save yourself so much money. Number one. Number two is you do remember each fact, or at least you have the best answer to the board when they ask you specific questions, because you lived that moment. If they're asking the attorney is going to write some type of answer that is so general and vague, and or if they're going to call you back and forth, is going to be so much waste in time that whoever is going to be processing your claim at the California State License Board is going to feel like, okay, this contractor is being shady. He's not giving me the full answers. Therefore, they're going to actually cite you. They're going to issue a citation for it, which literally wasn't my case. And after I actually was cited for multiple violations that I actually did not commit, I was like, wait, like, how is this even possible? Like, I actually confronted my attorney. He's like, well, yeah, like, this is normal, this is typical. The contractors board do not have a jurisdiction over the homeowner, but they do have a jurisdiction over the contractor. So they do want to make themselves good on top of them making money. So they're going to cite you even though they don't have real proof to show that you're, innocent or whatever. As long as they can say you did not provide an answer or it looks like it, they can issue a citation, which in my case, I got 6 or 7 citations issued against my license for a complaint that a homeowner decided to file on me for stopping work after she not only did not pay, but would come to the job site and tell to my employees to basically what do and not do. And that was completely, illegal. Like, she had no rights to tell my guys what to do and what not to do. And on top of that, she did not pay, and she was changing work and all that stuff. So without making about my project or my situation, what I want to say is, do not hire an attorney, number one. Number two, have the facts and the paperwork in one place. Number three, when you talk to an adjuster, make yourself familiar one more time with the whole storyline, how it went down, all the events, and say the truth. Literally, simple as that. Let's say you are in the position that you hired an attorney or you gave certain answers to the contractors board and they decided to cite you for it. And you receive a letter of citation with a dollar amount that you have to pay and the option to appeal it. The beautiful side of this country, and here in California, I don't know about other states, you can actually appeal that decision so long as you can prove and provide documentation that the decision that was made by the board was wrongful. And that you're gonna have to do it through a district attorney. So all you have to do is you have to get the basically questions or the elements that the contractors board is listing there, the reason why they cited you in the first place, and have a written explanation. Try and have it as clear as possible. Do not have a long answer that nobody's going to take the time to read. Try and have a precise, short, to the point answer, and try and get as much as possible that you can get, like documentations, pictures, videos, whatever you can do to submit with your answer. And luckily, I also came to find out and learn that what you can do is, and best way to actually represent your case is to become a little lawyery. And I know this term probably is something that is not common to contractors, because we're like contractors. We manage our construction, we read plans. It's not what we do, but unfortunately we're gonna have to deal with this sometime as well. So all I want to say with this is you want to have an exhibit, like one, let's say, for the answer of the, let's say there's citation number 1, and then you make, the answer, either one or multiple answers and multiple, documents for that specific citation. So you can be like, okay, on answer 1, on this day, dated blah, 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 I happened to be there and took pictures about the project. You put within parentheses exhibit 1, and then exhibit 1 is made of the pictures that you took that day. And then you continue the story, and when you want to say, like, I happen to sign this change order with the client, and you make that exhibit 2, let's say, and you attach that on the back side of the paper where you write down the answer. So you submit all this package to the district attorney, and very likely they're going to have, they're going to review first the documents you're going to submit, and then later they're going to contact you, ask you questions, and then at one point they're going to, submit a hearing date. That way you have the chance and the opportunity to be in front of not a judge, but it's more like someone that can hear your story, ask the questions, and figure it out if the contractors board made a decision based on their belief or based on the facts that you or they got or was provided. So that said, the whole process is really not as hard as long as you keep your story straight. And to keep the story straight, best thing is to tell the truth. The reason is some people have in their mind that keeping a story straight meaning like, okay, this is what I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to say, 1, 2, 3, 10. But in reality, what many people that try to change the story from the truth don't recognize or don't understand is that when they try to do that and the story is not true, very likely, and I say this because I lived it myself and I could see how even my attorney advised me to say things that were not necessarily true just to protect and make things better for me, is that the false story does not make sense. And if it does not make sense, then it's going to be hard for anyone to believe it and buy it. So it's okay if you messed up on one thing. It's okay to be responsible for what mistake you did. You want to pay and be responsible for the mistakes you did, but not for the mistakes that somebody alleges that you did, but in reality you didn't. So if you try to avoid all that by lying, chances are that you're going to actually end up being responsible not only for the mistakes you did, but even for stuff that you actually didn't do. So again, I can't stress this enough. Keep it real, keep it simple, keep it truth. Like, say the truth. Like, that's it. I guess this is all I wanted to say, and all I want to ask on this video, and I guess put out there, is to all you contractors that are working out there, I understand we're all busy, and believe it or not, I'm driving, I'm making this video because we all have a busy life and understand how it works. But if we can all put some information out there on how to deal with a certain situation and put a little bit more content out there for contractors that, you know, find themselves dealing with a homeowner that can be a fraud and, you know, just simply try to rip you off, which in my case, I had to deal a very malicious one. And it's sad to see that we only see stories of bad contractors, which I don't deny. I can see, and I actually do see very often, contractors that not only they don't know what they're doing, but they truly don't have the best intention for the project or for the client or whatever that might be. And I am pro to the fact that we need to eliminate those contractors. Those contractors make the rest of us look bad. And in reality, it's something that every time I meet a client, it makes me feel uncomfortable because I can see how a homeowner is, trying to see like where I'm trying to screw them over or do something shady or whatnot. And for this reason, I do recommend, not only like I mentioned before, to keep, the truth and saying, just stay honest to yourself and to the story of what happens in case of a complaint against your license or whatever that may be. But if you do see a bad contractor or you see a bad act, try to give an advice or try to bring these people out. And the same goes, if you do have information on how to deal with bad homeowners, it's very important that you say or make a video or write an article or write something about it and put it on the internet, because I see too many bad contractors online and no bad homeowners. And we all know that there are homeowners out there that try to take advantage of contractors, and it's not fair that, let's say, young contractors like myself, find myself dealing with a situation and there's nothing I can find on the internet that could possibly guide me or give me some type of advice on how to deal with it. And in this day and age, having internet so accessible, we should have more material out there. So again, my ask and my suggestion is, please do upload as much as you can when it comes to material or information about any type of situation you might have to deal with. Even if it's a situation that the client didn't want to pay you and dragged you around or whatnot to get you paid, which it is very typical. And I think if we all made some contact out there, we probably would educate more contractors. So probably even those bad contractors that are scared of not getting paid or whatever that may be, if they have a little bit more education, they might, consider a better way or a different way to do business, which it would help the society. So again, I'll recap everything about the license, which is do not hire an attorney, so save yourself money. Go and represent yourself, and in case you are already cited by it, I believe it's 90 days here in California to appeal your citation. So file the appeal with district attorney, and once you're at that point, please save yourself some trouble. Just gather all the documents and say the truth. All that is gonna do it for you. Again, that's it. If you guys do have any questions or want to know about a different situation, hit me up on the link below, and I'm happy to give you guys my opinion, my knowledge, or whatever you guys might need. But again, watch out. Like, there are bad contractors out there. There are also many and more bad homeowners. Thank you for your time, and I hope you never need to see this video. Bye.